What's up, everybody? My name is Ron Empire, and welcome to my channel. Okay, we are back with the experimental branch of Auction Not Included today. Last time I did a checkup on this. It was the first update that they made to the public test server. And it had quite a few bugs, and I don't know if you guys remember that VOD from like 3 weeks ago. That it crashed a few times, and since then they've posted like I think 2 or 3 new hot fixes and updates. So today we're going to revisit that, and then I will be able to probably export this one and save this as a VOD, because my last one actually I forgot to export it. So let's give this one a go. Alright, so we'll go with survival. And I think what I'll do today to speed this up, we'll do the sandbox out of the gate. Okay, so let's test this. Last time we tried to do a moonlit cluster and it crashed. So I don't know if it's going to crash again this time. They said they fixed it, so it's now possible for moonlit clusters to actually get the story traits. I think it was crashing because the story trait needed to be generated as a point of interest, and probably the small asteroids couldn't fit it. Alright, so let's see, what is this? Moonlit Cluster Desolate. This might be challenging. I don't know. Let's hear. It supposedly has story traits on this one. Alright, well let's see here. Which one is this? Desolate Asteroid. It says story traits, but it doesn't say which one it is. Oh. It's probably divided across. Yeah, I don't think I should try this one, because I think the story trait is divided across the asteroid. Your starting asteroid is this one. It may or may not have the story trait on the asteroid. Okay, let me go back with a bigger one then, just in case. I think we want the one with the slugs, right? Actually, it really doesn't matter. Let's go with this one. Alright, so let's go ahead and start this. And so for today's stream, and this video specifically, I want to jump right into each of those new things. And I think there was like at least four new things that was pretty exciting about this upcoming patch. The story traits, the Critter Flux-O-Matic, the Dream Machine, and so let's see, the kitchen that has the spice grinder, and the slug pugs that have the new morphs. Let's just roll something here. It really won't matter too much, since I'm going to be enabling the sandbox mode. Okay, yeah, let's go with that. It's fine. Oops, I should have checked what that was. It might have been okay to be. Let's go with the researcher. This is not bad, actually. Like tier 1 out of the gate. Oh wait, let's re-roll this. Ooh, okay. Sure, I'll take that one. Actually, no, hang on, the mouth breather. Decrease medicine. Sure, let's go with that one, that's fine. We have all these guys who's got allergies. Ranching, operating, super digging. Oh, let's reduce speed. I don't want that. Cooking, supplying. Cooking, ranching, kitchen mess. Sure, let's go with this one. Alright, so this will be experimental. Experiment? No, let's see here. Test camp. Hey, Mike B, welcome back. Test camp 3. I think 3. This is the third hotfix, right? Or third. Let's go with 3. Go ahead and embark on this. Black Label 357. Hey, welcome back. Okay, so what are my first priorities when starting a new save? Oh, well, okay. So my first 5 priorities, if I were to actually play this for real, alright, so as soon as are you talking about, like, what to build or what to do? Like, normally I will go like this. I will create, like, 3 different schedules when I first start, because I want them on a separate sleep schedule. And I guess for now, what we'll do is we'll take this off. So that way, they'll actually work more when they first start off. Let me highlight all this, turn this off. And then later on, I'll re-enable this and give them longer time to eat or whatever it is. Let's see here. You know what? I'll give them one bath time there, and then I will do 1 bath time here. Night and downtime, and I'll extend this and this as I need to later. I generally do something like this, and I'll show you in a second here why I do that. And give them each a separate schedule. Alright, so the reason I do this is because the first thing I normally do is I create a path. Wow, there's no water on it. Oh, there we go. There's water at the top. Oh, this is going to take a while. Alright, that's fine. So I go like this, left and right, just to get the base initially cleared out. And then what I'll do is I'll throw down, say, an outhouse. Normally I kind of do it somewhere, but I guess I'll do it on this side. It's probably closer. So I'll speed this up. And the reason for that is I'll do like 1 outhouse, and since they're all on separate schedules, they don't go to the bathroom at the same time. So usually if you put 3 of them on the same schedule, that means one dude goes in, he uses the bathroom, the other guy waits. So it's better to have one outhouse. So I don't have to build like 3 outhouses or 2 outhouses, right? Because sometimes you'll build like 2 or 3 just so that, you know, it accommodates 3 dupes on the same schedule. Since it's a lot easier to start off with 1 outhouse, time-wise. Let me see. I need to get the water. So let me go dig up, I guess, towards the water. And yeah, then the other task is to try to get water, basically. So try to get water. Let me go just through all of this, I guess. Yeah, create a... I don't know if that's a good spot here. Usually there's like water down here, but in this case, I'm having to dig up for my water. So I might want to just create like a water dump somewhere here. And then I will, I'll just ladder straight up and let some of this spill down here. Yeah. Like that. Let's go with that for now. Alright, so plumbing. We can stick this right here. And then I'll stick this right here for now. So the first priority is setting up a schedule. Second priority is getting an outhouse running. And then the third, I generally like to try to get my research station up and running so I can get food. Depends on the map you're playing, because sometimes if you're playing on like a really difficult map, you want to rush towards the food first. Because sometimes, like, I'll play on max difficulty setting, where there's not a lot of food on the map, and max difficulty setting requires, like, the dupes to have more food than usual, because they'll eat, like, double the amount of calories, right? So here it's, like, you know, it's only, like, 1,000 calories per day. But if you're playing max difficulty, you need twice as much, so it's, like, minus 2,000 calories. So I generally try to rush towards, say, like, the farm as my my third thing. So then I can actually start growing the plant, whatever the plant is for that particular map. Like for this map, it's probably Mealwoods, but the Swampy map is like Swampy Delight, and so I'll have to try to get the farmer plant, or sorry, I think the farmer's plant or something, right? I think it's the planter box. I think it's the planter box it's called. Not the farm tile. The farm tile is the one that goes in the ground. I think that requires like a tier 2. Alright, and then I can't get the sink running yet because I don't have the water, but I'll build it right now. But at least it gets somebody in here so they don't create a mess. And so here, I wish I could actually leave this open all the time so I can see the schedule. Like this, like a nice little window box of what schedule is running. I don't need this anymore. Alright, so that is my third thing, is trying to get the food researched. And then prepare an area down below to get the food thing set up, like the farm area. And I typically do like 4 different a height of 4. So I'll play this out a little bit for you guys right now, but I was going to switch over to Sandbox and just jump right into the experimental branch content. Alright, so I'll speed this up. And then the fourth thing is trying to figure out like the oxygen situation. And probably like maybe a bed. It's 4 and 5. I guess 4 is probably having a bed is also good is a good priority to have as well. I'll stick that there, I guess. If I get any CO2 there, I'll just delete it. But yeah, I'm trying to rush for the water here so we don't get germs. Because right now we're gonna get germs, yeah. But it's better to get this up and running than to have to deal with the polluted oxygen off gassing from the water or the polluted water bottles. Alright, come on, come on, come on. So I'm going to clear all this out since we have pips on this map. And the other thing too is depending on your map, right? So if your map has pips, then you don't have to worry too much about where the plants are. But if you want to get a nature reserve, right, and you want to plan your base around that, you want to think about where you're going to set up your ladder, and then leave some of the plants alone and not dig up, so that you can actually get a nature reserve going into your base. One of the things like I like to do, right? I like to set up like a nature reserve in my my laddering column, right? Because that way, when they actually use the ladder to go to the bathroom or go to sleep or eat or whatever it is, they're always going to get their daily nature reserve buff. I'll show you what that means a little bit here. Actually, I'm going to do that again. We'll just go like this for now. Sure, let's knock that out. I can just mop that up. And mopping actually is not bad because it builds strength. Alright, so here, this is what I usually go for first. And some people go for the batteries. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. The small battery is good enough to start. But like I said, I mean, it depends on what what your play style is, and also for example, like if you want to do the max difficulty, right? Then you're gonna have to like prioritize basically food, and obviously oxygen is needed. And this map does not have algae, right? So there's no algae on this map. So I might actually get screwed on this. But again, I'm not going to be playing this map anyways. I've played this map many times already. So I normally like just try to rush for the hydro, the electrolyzer right here. Yeah, this electrolyzer, the one that generates hydrogen and oxygen. So I can actually just get oxygen without having to spend too much resources on the oxyfern. Alright, so now this is running. And then I just work on getting my planter box going. So let's see here, that's about 5, right? So I get the schedule made, get the outhouse going, get the pitcher pump going. That's 3 things. Research, and then the 5th thing would just be getting the bedroom set up. So that should cover it. Cover 5 things, right? I don't know. Does that answer your question? Hopefully that helps. It's roughly in those order. If you can get some of those key 5 things going. Yeah, it does, right? So, I mean, once you have that established, I mean, it's okay. I mean, early on, I mean, you don't have to worry about the food box too much, but if you are concerned, right, you can always deconstruct this and then set up your food box down here where the CO2 is down at the bottom. So something like this as a start. Because I like to try to go for setting up my cooling box as soon as I can. And so you can just move this down here for now. Actually, you only need 1. Well, for now, let me just put 1 down for now. And then, now that we have the planter box research, we can start that And so now it's the next task is to get the oxygen running. And so you can choose either to rush, depends on the map really, right? You can rush to this if you don't have the whatchamacallit, the algae, right? So I was trying to think of what it is. Yeah, so if you don't have algae on the map, then this won't help, right? But if you have algae, then go ahead and put this down, and then that buys you a little bit more time to do other things. But since I don't have any algae, I might want to consider trying to go for this. I think the next thing is probably battery. Battery is good to have. Some people like to go with like something like this, the wood burner or the coal generator. And the reason for that is, well, this map actually has, I think, quite a bit of wood options, right? So then that way you can actually use... So, for example, for this map, it's all about the oxyfern converting like CO2 into oxygen. So going for the wood burner is not a bad option. Like some people like going for the coal generator because the map might have some coal and you can get that going. And the reason for that is so that you don't actually have to run the bike. So the dupes being on the bike actually could, take up some time, dupe time, that they can be doing something else with. So that's why people like going for that coal generator and the, or in this case, there's no coal, we have lots of lumber, and this map actually has oxyfern, so that actually works out pretty well. It's got a good synergy, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. Having the wood on this map and the wood burner, and then the oxyfern. I think they designed that map in such a way where it's like, okay, they know that you're not getting algae. I think they're kind of leaning towards you going for the wood burner and then working with the oxyfern to get that oxygen, because the wood burner gives you CO2. So right now, I'll switch over to the gas mode. So I also like to, one of the other things I like to do is always view the overlay with a gas check, right? I mean, whenever you do need specific things, like, you can say, oh, I'm looking for metal, then you go switch it. But most of the times, I'm always looking at the gas, because I want to know if I actually have oxygen or not. And then you also click on this button, this overlay. This overlay gives you more of the pressure of the oxygen, right? I really wish they'd actually add a new overlay that is more, that separates the gas out, where you have like a gas overlay that also shows the pressure level, right? Like a little chart. So for example, like see how they got this little chart for this over here? I would like to have like a nice overlay for gas, not just, oxygen. Because here it's like when you have like hydrogen or something like that, right? It would be nice to see the hydrogen pressure level in this overlay. And this is just only for oxygen. And so, okay, so the other thing about the pressure thing is I like to also see like what's overpressured. Right now, like you don't see the overpressured. You just see like, hey, very breathable, right? So this is a semi-pressure for oxygen. But like if you had like a high-pressured oxygen room, right? I'd like to know where they're going to get popped eardrums from. And that's the reason why, like, I feel like, God, every time I like come up with things, I remember things that I need, I forget to go to the forum and post it. And maybe I actually have posted this before, the suggestion, but it's time to like revisit the suggestion forum again and just nag them, say, look, we need a pressure overlay. I think some mods actually have this. I don't know. I've heard, because I've mentioned this before a few times as my top wish list that they'd add. And I think somebody might have mentioned okay, we don't want this shine bug in this room, FYI. Let me open this door. And the reason for that is these guys need to sleep at night, unless they're... Unless one of them have a trait that says they need to sleep with the light on. I forgot what the name of that trait is, but all the dupes need the light off. Alright, so let's go ahead and stick a large battery. Because I'll stick it over here, that's fine too. But yeah, I forgot the name of the dupe that needs the light on. But yeah, I need to get this guy out. If he doesn't, then what I'll do is I'll wait until he lays an egg and then move the egg out of the room. Like a storage bin or something. And then, you know what, I'm just going to remove this. Get this down here. Since we have pips on this map, I'm not too worried about all this. Alright, so let me remove this. And then remove this. So we can fill this up over here. Okay, and then the other reason why I usually put my planter box, or my farm, on the lower level, instead of the top levels, is because, you know, the CO2 usually sinks to the bottom. And so if they ever forget to pick up the food on the bottom, at least the food that sits on the floor gets the CO2 to sterilize the food. Because oxygen and fluid oxygen does not sterilize the food, the atmosphere, because I usually make pits for the gas. Oh yeah, so that's good. You make a pit. Right, so that's generally a good idea, is have like a pit. Well, I'm just talking about like a bottom area for the food. Are you talking about making a pit for the farm? I mean, if you do make a pit for the farm, that's a good idea. I mean, essentially, that's what I'm doing right here, is I'm creating a pit for my farm. So that way, if this storage bin is ever full, or they forget to like pick up the food because I've got other tasks running, for example, then at least the food sitting on the floor is the same as sitting in this box over here, right? That's all I'm saying. Alright, so now I can expand this a little bit. Let me remove this. Let me put the flooring down like this. So now you've got a little bit more time. You can, you know, play around with all the base, cleaning it up, making it look nice. Alright, so let me go ahead and try to go for that over here. I mean, sometimes I'll go for like this here, just to get the mess hall running. And you know what? I'll do that, actually. I'll get the mess hall running. And then I'll do the supercomputer. And then the hydrogen generator. The electrolyzer. Hydrogen generator, electrolyzer. It's the same thing. Because this generator right here actually helps with power. Alright, so this right here is bad. You know what? Let me see if I can get some of this out. You know, it's a lot, actually. Hang on. I might just go ahead and remove all this and let it go to the bottom and then redo it. Because the debris is actually bad for decor. And I do want them to get that nice decor while they're sleeping. The bathroom obviously is ugly, so you can actually put all the crappy debris down here as much as you want. And then you want to change the settings too. Make sure that they do their plumbing. Oh, and the other thing also I do is I usually have a guy that does digging. Or I just pick a guy that does digging, building, and then put a guy on farming and a guy on, say, research or something like that. But always one guy on the digging and building. Oh, there we go, there we go. He's leaving. Come on, let's close this door here. Don't be sleeping on that. Oh no, that guy got in. The shine bug got in. No. Dumb shine bug. Is he old? No, he is. Let me see if I can get him down here. Or actually over here, right? If I can get him over here, that'll be great. Brine? I guess I'll take brine. And the reason I'm thinking of getting brine is because I can now do my hydrogen with 2 layers. The electrolyzer with 2 layers, basically, instead of using this and this. Because to get that electrolyzer to run 100% uptime, you want to do the two liquid layer trick, the 1 gas tile, or sorry, 1 element tile exploit, basically. What is this? What is underneath this? Is that a seed? I don't know if that's a seed. What is that other thing behind it? I can't tell. I think it might be an egg. I think it might be an egg. It is an egg. Yeah, it is an egg. Let me get that out of the way. Oh, I got it freaking pipped down here. Look at that. Annoying. At least their hair kind of sticks out from the floor. You can see it. So this guy right here is the annoying guy. Hopefully he'll come around this way to get towards the phosphorite over here. Maybe he'll go down this way. I don't know. We'll see. There's phosphorite over here. And he was trying to go there to eat it. Oh, he says he's hungry, right? He should actually leave for food. There we go. Boom, easy. Alright, so now we got that out of the way. I can seal that off now. Alright, so we got, let's see here, 2 rooms, almost 2 rooms, right? What is this guy missing? Oh, it's this one right here. Let me seal this off. So I can get this room running, or set up. And the reason why you want at least the rooms is so that you can get your morale bonus. And then now let's go ahead and get that supercomputer. And then I can actually set up my kitchen in here. Or not kitchen, my mess hall. And that will get me my morale bonus for the kitchen. Or I mean the the mess hall bonus. Alright. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And we got a dupe skill up. I forgot to get a builder. Oh well. Yeah, we're gonna get some CO2, or sorry, fluid oxygen floating around. But yeah, this is my general, you know, setup within the first 10 cycles. Quickly get this functional, and a farm. And then, you know, grab all the stuff. Alright, so now I'm going to enable the sandbox, and we're going to skip over all of this, because I've done this, you know, lots of times, and you can watch my other VODs for this information. But what we're going to do is we're going to enable the sandbox, so then that way I can show you the experimental stuff. Alright, so normally when I do the sandbox, right, one of the first things I like to do is just reveal the map. So when you do sandbox mode, you want to just reveal the map. So what we're looking for right now is we're looking for the new Critter Flux-O-Matic, which is right here. Because I wanted to show you that. That's what's new in this upcoming patch that's coming out. Undo all this. Or, I mean, reveal all this. So yeah, I like to just reveal everything when I've got my sandbox mode on. Alright, so now we know that the dream machine is over here. Alright, well, let me first show you what the Critter Flux-O-Matic does. Oh, this is very interesting. It's different here. Okay. Oh, actually, no, it's true. Okay, so I remember now. The setup is always the same. It's like this, and I think they have it like this for us, so that we can put water here, like bring in a Paku here, and it sucks it up, and then there's at least a pit over here. So let me go ahead and remove one of this. Remove all this, I guess. It's fine. I think I need a dupe over here to be able to activate this. So let me go ahead and let's save this, because I don't want to. Actually, it's already auto-saved. The next thing I do is, oh, hang on, let me just get food. Let's see, what is it? What is it? Berry slushes, right? Alright, so one of the reasons why I like using berry slushes is because it doesn't spoil. So I'll just drop like a bunch of these here. Keep these guys happy for now. And I'm going to spawn in a dupe over here, so we can get this activated. So I can show you what this Critter Flux-O-Matic thing is all about. Dupe, right, dupe. Or special, I think it's under special. There we go. Alright, so now this guy. Okay, so this is what happens when you click on it, right? And this is the new story trait Critter Flux-O-Matic that's coming out whenever this experimental test releases publicly. I've discovered an experiment designed to analyze the evolutionary dynamics of critter mutation. Once it has gathered enough data, it could prove extremely useful for genetic manipulation. Okay, so from last time we've learned is it needs 5. Alright, it says collected species data 05, so let's go ahead and activate this. And then this little thing is closed, so I'm guessing... Oh, that's so annoying. Alright, let me get him to do something for now. And then I'm going to give him a bathroom over here. We can do that. I guess I'll give him a toilet, right? I'll just give him a toilet. And we're gonna remove all this. And I might put in like a pump here, I guess. Yeah, let's just put a pump here. I'm gonna dump some water in here. And then we're gonna fill this up with water. Here's water. Oh my god. Let me just search for it. Water. There we go. Let's go with a large chunk here. And then we're going to need power. And this is the developer's tool, right? Oh, I forgot to enable my debug mode. I disabled debug mode on this. Because normally when you have the debug mode on, you get the developer's tool. So I don't get that on this. Yeah, alright, well that's fine. Let's give this guy something to do then. You can just run this bike while we're doing this. There you go. So now he has a little wall toilet. Let's see here. Do I get what way? Let's stick a hand sanitizer in here. Is that? Oh, it needs bleach stones. Jesus Christ. That's new now because they. Okay, so this is the other new thing about the game or the update. Hand sanitizers now do not require bleach stones for construction. Right. I guess this is one of the other new thing, right? So here it used to require bleach stone to build, right? So the build requirement no longer needs bleach stone, but bleach stones now are delivered after it's built. So let me see if I can generate some bleach stones here. No, it doesn't have bleach stones. Okay. So what we need to do is get bleach stones. Bleach? I think it's BL, right? Bleach stones, you know. Wait, did I miss? I think I might have misspelled it before. Hang on. It's BL. Yeah, okay, I do have to make it. I suck at this game. Why I like watching someone who knows what he's doing. Oh, yeah. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. So here... So I'm just walking you through, like, you know, how to use the debug mode. Oh, God damn it. I need a guy that does digging. Oh, I wish there was a way to... Let me see, which one... Oh my goodness, this is bad, actually. I can't get this bleach stone removed because the skill traits on this guy. I should have put a digger on one of these other guys, but I have to like move them. So that's the bad part, is not having a digger. Well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, that's just he'll have germs. Who cares? So it's not really an issue. So here we've got this Critter Flux-O-Matic, and what I want to do is show you how it actually works. So let's say I've got like a hatch. So most people will have a hatch to start with. Let me mop this. Come on. So you can at least feed it a hatch. Right? So if I were to feed this with a hatch, you can see the Critter Flux-O-Matic will suck them in. and then now we have collected species data 1 out of 1. And what it does is it spits the critter on this other side. So, well, what's another good one that we normally have? So this map has, say, the shine bug, right? So let's say you feed it with a shine bug. Oh, shine bugs. What? Why are there 2 of them over here? What is this? Oh, okay, that's the subcategory. Got it. Alright. So in this map, you can probably drop off a shine bug here. And let it get sucked in. See, there we go, gets sucked in. Okay. This guy needs oxygen. We don't actually need him anymore. Let's go ahead and delete him. Really don't need... Actually, no, I kind of need him for the power, don't I? Alright, let me give him oxygen. Let me fill this up with oxygen. I don't know if there's another way to get the bleach stone here, because I'm not actually using the... Actually, I can do this. Huh, this works too. Oops. Oh, shit. There we go, that works. That little fill there was really bad. Alright, so we need him running. Alright, so these are the 2 that you have on this map. Let's see what else we can add here. I'm going to add in the pip, right? Pip is another easy one that we have. So we'll put a pip here. Oops, shit, I clicked on the wrong one. Here we go. Wait, did it just take both of them or one of them? Where's the pip? Oh no, I forgot to click on the pip. There we go. Alright, so the pip is number 3. Oh hey, look, the lights actually change colors. Interesting. Alright, so those are 3 critters that we have on this map. Okay. So another one we've got on this map looks like it's the Sweatle. Alright, so Sweatle should be another easy one on this map. Let me go ahead and spawn a Sweatle. Sweetle, right? It's Sweetle, not Sweatle. Let me put the Sweetle here because they like to eat the sugar. Alright, so this is number 4, and then the other one was what? The Drecos, right? Okay. So let's spawn in a Dreco, because I saw a Dreco on this map. Oh wait, Dreco, right. There we go. So now this will switch over to 5 out of 5. Alright, so now... Oops. Oh, this is new. They didn't have that last time when we tested it out. So it fades out and then it gives you a new story mode trait or story trait pop-up. Success. Sufficient samples collected. I can now trigger genetic deviations in base morphs by sending them through the scanner. Existing variants can also be scanned, but their genetic makeup is too unstable to tolerate further manipulations. I don't know what that means, but we'll find out. Let's see here. Unlock gene manipulation mode. Boom. Alright, so now that we have this unlocked, because the whole story mode is you got to complete the task, the quest, basically, to get the 5 out of 5 done. It's similar to the temporal tear. There's a quest, basically. You have to put, like, 5 mini-pods on one different planet, right? So, similar to that, to open the temporal tear, you had to complete that goal, and then also charge it, right, with rad bolts. So in this case, we didn't have to charge this. That might change. Okay. So with the Drecos, now you can actually put a Dreco right here. Oh, let me point out. They also give you like a souvenir for completing the quest, which is a ceramic morph, right? So that's not... I mean, all you do with that is you just place it on a pedestal. Because at first I was like, what does this ceramic morph do? It's just a souvenir for completing the quest. So you can actually just drop it in onto your pedestal over here somewhere. Where's the ceramic morb? There we go. Oops, I forgot to select it. There we go. Now that guy will take it out of the way. All right. So to use the Critter Flux-O-Matic, right? You can design this, like to dig out all this and do all this, right? You can inspect this to get the data bank. It drops. This is actually a kind of cool decoration, and I wish there was a way to retain that and relocate it. The only thing you can do is demolish. So that's another requested feature that I've actually thrown in is like decorations. It would be nice instead of demolish, it actually deconstructs it and puts it in like a little, you know, inventory box here somewhere, right next to this radiation or something, like a little inventory icon, and then you can actually reconstruct it somewhere else, right? So for example, like, you know, if I were to click on this, I get all these options, right? If I actually it made the feature where you, instead of demolish, right, this utilities box, let's say, is like, you know, all decorations, like let's call it decorations or whatever, right? Or point of interest, like let's call it a point of interest as a title for this, right? So if they had like a point of interest category, I would like this demolished to go in this thing here. So right now, let's say like I have nothing and this is all empty. I demolish this. This would go over here as the first icon. And then if I had like multiple of these, it would actually do like a 1x or something like that in this corner here maybe, right? Or 2x or 3x, right? So then I can actually just reconstruct my point of interest somewhere else. I mean, that would be nice to have, you know. But anyways, all right, let me move on to the Dreco feature here. So if I were to put a Dreco over here, it will convert it into a glossy Dreco. You see that? So now I don't actually have to create a Dreco farm specifically to create glossy Drecos. I can just create a Dreco farm just for purely shaving them or whatever, right? And not worry about having to feed them. We can just do like a starve farm or something like that. So that's the nice thing about this little thing, is that we can actually morph stuff. So here, because there was only one variation to the Drecos, we knew that we were going to get the glossy coming out, right? Now, critters like, say, the pip, I think there's 2 variations to the pips, right? Oh no, there's 1 variation. So if we have like the regular pip in here, it automatically spits out a cuddle. Oh wait, there's a charge time. Oh yeah. So you can't constantly feed it. You gotta wait until it recharges. Okay, I guess that's reasonably balanced. You can't just spit out like an army of glossy Drecos whenever you want. There is a cooldown. I don't know. What's the rate of that cooldown? That's very interesting though, huh? There's a cooldown. I'm guessing it's 1 per cycle. You can only convert 1 critter per cycle. They might change this, or nerf it and increase the timer. So that's kind of interesting, right? So I don't want to feed it. I don't want to feed it a cuddle, and because I know I don't want to feed it a pip because I know we're gonna get cuddle. What I want to do is feed it a different critter as a test that has multiple variations. What else has multiple variations? A stone hatch, right? Stone hatch. I want to feed it a stone hatch to see what it can become. So I'm gonna put the stone hatch here. Let me delete this. Let me delete this guy here. I am curious. Let me just delete half of this. I don't need all this anymore. Now, I don't know if I do this, it will accidentally destroy the building itself. That's why I'm scared to click on delete right there. just kill that. Or hide that hatch. So I want to see what this guy morphs into. If it goes back to its main state or it goes back to some other random variation. Because if you feed it like a hatch, you get one of the let's see here, hatch, right? Hatches. So if you feed it a hatchling, this is the base critter, it will become one of these randomly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. Oh, except for the hatchling, right? 1, 2. No, so 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So wait, not this one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right. So so if you feed it like a base hatch, it has a chance of becoming one of these three. Okay. Oh, here it's done. So I'm curious to see, because it says like, oh, okay, so it's too unstable. All right, so you can only feed it a base. Remember, like that pop-up says that you can. It only takes the base. No database entry. Okay, analyzes critters to transform base morphs into random variants of their species. Okay, so you could actually feed it an evolved critter, but it actually won't transform it. Alright, so that's interesting. So it does not go back to its original state, and it does not go to another variation. It just basically moves it from this side over this side. So this only takes the base value. So let's say if I were to put in the glossy, I can't convert the glossy to a regular Dreco. That's interesting. Alright, so let's move on. And then the other item that's new to this update. So let's go ahead and delete all of this. We want to create the kitchen. Remove all this. Recreate this. Oops. So I want to show you the new spice grinder thing. Just clean this out, I guess. Ugh, let's get that right here. Annoying. Alright. So the new thing is the spice grinder. And the spice grinder is... Okay, so... Oh, they did move the spice grinder over here. Oh, look at that. I think the spice grinder before required a yellow. They did change the spice grinder now to be over here. Interesting. Okay, so the spice grinder is a lot easier now to obtain. And then the kitchen here. Well, this is very new. Okay, this is good. This is good. Because before, when I did the test last time, like this was way out of reach for research. I think it required like the yellow or even the orange. I can't remember. I don't have the VOD anymore, so I can't tell. But it doesn't matter now. It's gone. So this is actually really nice that the spice grinder only requires the advanced research. Okay, well, it's really nice, actually. All right, so the spice grinder. Okay, oh yeah, so the new thing. Okay, so the new thing about the patch is that they finally added the kitchen room bonus to this, and I wish that it would use a different color code than this. but I'm not going to complain too much about that. I'm just happy to see that we actually have a kitchen room bonus. I would really like this to be another color, though, like a purple or something, so I can differentiate that from my my mess hall. I suck at this game. Oh, I already saw that message. Alright, so you want to stick this in here, right? So I think that's required, right? So the new kitchen room requires an electric grill or a gas range, a refrigerator. Oh, that's new. Requires a refrigerator as well, and a spice grinder. Okay. So what we're going to need is to get a refrigerator in here. And I usually like to throw that in here somewhere. Like this. Oh, I can't just do that anymore because... Okay, yeah. Let me move this over. So the new kitchen bonus... I'm going to put the refrigerator right here for now. Right, and then it requires either a gas range or a grill. So let me put the grill here. And then I usually put my micro musher here. And I usually do this for my kitchen room because I like to be able to have my arm sweeper gather stuff from like a storage over here. So that should reach this corner here, right? So I usually like to do something like this. I have to delete all this. Because this is where I normally have my chill box for food. Something like this. Let me just delete this to make it look even and prettier. Alright. And then I normally stick in hydrogen in that spot there, because that's the best thing to do. Hydrogen. And I'll just fill it up, I guess. Like in that box right there. And then I usually, have like a conveyor chute in there. I dump my food in there. And usually I have like a thing here that does my chill with the wheeze wards. Can I? I don't think I can build a wheeze ward in here, huh? Like I usually have like a wheeze ward in this room with a thermal regulator. Let me go ahead and stick the thermal regulator in here for now. And I normally go like this. Like that. Insulate this. It bypasses like this. It goes in like this. And I get a radiant pipe right here. Like that, okay. And so that's what I normally do for my chill box. I don't need, oops, no, let me take that off. And I go like this. And then let's go ahead and give this power here. And these, oops, shit. And let's put a couple more bikes here because these guys are standing around doing nothing. Oh, hey, how come I can't replace the wire here? That's odd, huh? I can't just replace it. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this and do it again. Yeah, it's very odd. I can't replace it. Like that. Oops. Hang on. Let me remove this. And then stick a bunch of these batteries here. And generator. I don't need them researching right now. I guess I'll take this guy here. It's fine. Now we'll make him a digger. Oh, he can't dig. Oh my god, I can't believe this. I screwed him. Oh, whatever. Oh, I should have made him a cook. Oh, that's fine. Oh, I screwed that up too. That's fine. Whatever. Alright, so I will fill this room up with hydrogen. And then we're going to connect this. And then we're going to get that spice grinder in here. Okay, it's only like a 1 by... okay. It's a slight there. Okay, so now we have a kitchen. And then we have a mess hall. And this mess hall, I think I just need a painting to make it look good. Maybe a large sculpture. I think that's all it needs. And the... oh no. Sorry, that's not all it needs. It needs one of these. No, it needs to be upgraded. Somebody's got to work on that. This doesn't work like that. What is a good decoration piece that will boost this? I don't know what's a good decoration piece. Alright, well, we'll just stick a flower pot in here. And that will help. And we'll get that mess hall in here now. Alright, so the new feature, the other new feature that the experimental branch has is the new kitchen room bonus, and they added the spice grinder. So that's one of the requirements to creating the kitchen room. And you need also the electric grill or gas range and a refrigerator, right? No mess table. So the mess table basically is for the mess hall only, or great hall, right? And this thing here is also required a refrigerator. So now they actually can cook spiced food, and then you can actually choose to store spiced food only, right? And the new thing about the spiced food is the spice grinder, which no longer... oh, let me put that research station back. Okay, so the new spice grinder is now something that you can research at a reasonable tier level here. It does not require the radiation material science anymore. And then when you click on the spice grinder, you can actually choose different spice to add to your food. So you pick what food that you have, right, here on this list. So whatever food you have, let's say I have this berry sludge right here. They're going to deliver this berry sludge here. Now it requires a cook. I think a level 1 cook or level 2 cook. Let's find out. Okay, the level 2. So somebody has to have cooking skills. Like a level 2 cooking skill to use a spice grinder. See where it says spice grinder usage? And this first one is the electric grill usage, right? So you actually have now a use. Before, I would always just do like a level 1 cook and not care about this extra point. Because the extra point is just basically a morale increase requirement, right? And it didn't really buy me anything other than like maybe an extra cuisine plus 2 cooking speed or whatever. and that wasn't a real big deal. I don't always do the level 2. But now you do need a level 2 if you want to use the spice grinder. And then the spice grinder, what it does is if you click on the different spice, now I've actually heard, and I haven't tried this myself because I'm experimenting right now, that you can actually do 3 different spice, or all 4 spices on the same food, right? So here we got the berry sludge, right? So if I wanted to, I can put, okay, so we're going to need mealwood seeds. So let's go ahead and spawn that into the game to show you what the spice is for the mealwood. Mealwood seed, right? Here we go. And they'll deliver whatever spice, and then the guy who does the spice grinder will actually grind the spice and then transform this berry sludge into a variant berry sludge that will have the boost. And this boost right here, it slows down the rate of decay. So the well, it actually is useless for the berry sludge because berry sludge doesn't have a spoilage, right? So that's not a big deal. Maybe like, let's say meal lice, right? So if you wanted to spoil down the rate of decay on meal lice, you can grind some mealwood seed onto that, and then it requires salt. Oh, okay. Well, I don't have a level 2 cook anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I can't really show you that. But here's the other spice, right? Provides a boost to piloting abilities, right? So the rocket skill can be boosted if you have fungal spore and sugar, sucrose, right? And then the other one here is the brawny spice, which gives you like a strength boost. Strengthens the weakest of the muscles, right? So when they eat the particular food, they'll actually get like a buff. I don't know how long that buff lasts. And then this here is what? Improves operating skills. And that requires slime. Oh my goodness, slime? Really? This is going to be a little bit harder to get, I guess, because not all maps have slime. Not all maps have blossom seeds either. Yeah, see, these combos are really weird combos too. Fungal spores is not very common on a map with sugar. I can tell you that. Yeah, some of these little, I guess, I mean, spice is hard in real life to acquire, right? So I guess they're trying to make it difficult to acquire. I really hope the buff lasts a long time though. Yeah, I don't have a level 2, but this is the new thing in the game. So that's what else. And then the other new thing in the game are the new slugs. Let me see if I can create a separate room here for the slugs to show you. So let's go ahead and delete something here. Let me increase this so I can delete things better. Alright, so the new thing is the slug morphs, right? Here, let me see slugs. Plug slugs? I think it's Plug Slugs. Okay, so here are all the new morphs, right? There is a Smog sludge. I'll drop that guy down. And then there is a what is the other one? A sponge slug. which is a really interesting name. Sponge Slug and Smog Sludge. Very cool. So these are the two new critter morphs for the Plug Slugs. I'm actually really happy about the new morphs. Because at first when I read the patch notes, it was like, oh, you know, new critter morphs for slugs. I'm like, I don't care, right? And then somebody actually posted on the forum showing what those morphs were and the names. And which is really cool about this is that you can actually... so if you click on this, it'll tell you. Right, this guy will suck up liquids, right? And you already know from the other slug, the other one is the power slug, right? Plug Slug. It'll plug into the the power line at night to generate power, right? So this other guy, I think it's 2, right? It's like this. This guy gives power to your baseline, whatever your power network. So let me generate him to show you. I mean this. We already know what this guy does, but I'll show you here. So this is the guy that plugs into the power line and gives you power at night. And then the new guy here, the Smog, will plug into the gas vents. So you can actually store or I guess funnel gas to your base. So I'm just going to stick it in this bin right here. And so let's say here. So right now this gas tank is empty. And if you click on this, it says that he will suck up anything that's not breathable. Right? Draws unbreathable gases during the day. So he consumes unbreathable gas, and then at night he basically exhales it into the plugs into this, I guess, gas pipe to remove it. So let's go ahead and test that with CO2. Basically, you can remove it with CO2. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm looking for this, right? Yeah. So we're gonna. Oh, you know what? We'll do hydrogen. That's fine too. So we'll throw in some hydrogen here. And so we should see some hydrogen in this box over here. And he'll also consume the CO2 as well. But he won't do oxygen. Let me show you oxygen. Right. I'm actually curious if he also does how he treats polluted oxygen. I'm just curious if this actually is effective. All right, and this guy over here, he will consume liquid during the day, and then it'll go into this. And when they plug into these things, their plug will actually be like an output, like a green output. So you'll actually see it moving this direction. You don't actually have to have a green thing yourself. So this is not necessary, right? Like you don't need this in here like that. You don't. He's going to become this green here. But I just threw that in there just to show you an example. But it's kind of too late now for me to. I guess I can remove this. Yeah, I can remove it right before this gas exchange. There we go. Oh, I need the liquid. So let me fill this up with some liquid here. Water, right? It's any liquid actually. So water or whatever. Oh, let me paint it so we don't fill up the whole entire room with it. So they don't drown anymore. They've also fixed it where these guys do not drown in liquid. So I'm guessing that the morph, to get this guy to morph into this guy, you probably want to submerge it in liquid. And if you want this guy to actually get gas, you probably want to submerge it into non-breathable gas. Is there content? Oh, it does show the content. Look at that. It shows you what they're storing. So they'll store the hydrogen, they'll store the CO2. They will not store the polluted oxygen. And this guy will store water, right? Yeah. So we just gotta wait till nighttime, and then we'll check these liquid bins. To see what's to see them actually do the transfer. Yeah, okay. Okay, so here it actually even says new species scanned on the side whenever you do the thing. Alright, what is this missing research station? Oh, okay. This one. I think they're missing this thingy. Alright, so that is the new item. Alright, so... And then the other item is this dream machine. But let's wait. I'm going to wait until this kicks in first so I can show you guys this, knock this out of the way. Oh, you can actually see him drink it, huh? It's looking like he's drinking it. Sponge Slug. It's a very cool name for this. I suppose... Okay, there we go. Alright, so nighttime kicks in, and then you can kind of see that he's emptying out the content that he sucked up during the day. Right, and this guy is generating the power. About 400. I think they also boosted the output for these guys. It's no longer related to their hunger level or something, or calorie levels. I'll have to check the patch notes, but they made some modifications that boosted the output of the electric guy. Alright, so then now the other item is the Dream Machine. And last time we kind of completed, but it was buggy. Oh, okay, here's the new... Okay, so when you click on it, it pops up that story trait pop-up thing. And it says, I've discovered a new dream analyzing building buried deep inside our asteroid. It seems to contain new sleep-specific suits. Could these be the key to unlocking my duplicate's ability to dream? I've often wondered what they might be capable of once their imaginations are weakened. Okay. Were weakened. Alright, so here I need to get my dupes down there. Go ahead and create a path here. Alright. Actually, you know what? Let me go like this. I'm going to open this up. We're going to we need to get them down there to dream, create some dream journals. Maybe I'll just increase this. We'll just delete all of this. I don't even need all this. So I need to get them down here. I mean, I could create like a new set of dupes. I don't necessarily need them for the guys at the top. So let me just do that, I guess. I could do that too. So this new thing, remove all this. Is there a temperature problem? No, maybe. Maybe. So we'll set up something here. We're gonna go like this. Remove all this here. And then we'll go back to that block here. Oops. But yeah, we need to activate it. So yeah, I think I can just remove all this. Get all that liquid out of the way. You can get rid of the door. Oh no. Shit. Alright, let me do that again. Because we have all that liquid. I wanted just to spill it. Alright, so we're going to clean this up here. And then we're going to put a ladder here. And we're going to put a couple of beds down here. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's fine. It's good enough. Let's stick that there. Okay. Alright, so let's spawn in a couple of dupes, I guess. Special. 2, 3. Okay. And then we're going to need some oxygen in this room, too. Actually, let's do the solids. That could work, too. Alright, so that's breathable. And then we want to activate this, right? Yeah, let's activate this. Oh, let's give them some food. Berry sludges, right? Food we don't want to. Oh, and then we're going to probably need a bathroom too, don't we? Yeah, we need a bathroom. So, otherwise they're going to complain. Alright, so let's go ahead and stick that there. And then let's stick the outhouse thingy. Where's the outhouse? I don't need the sink too much, but I just need the outhouse. Alright, so let's stick this outhouse here. I need some dirt, actually. Or actually, does it work? Oh, it does. Yeah, it does need some dirt. Shit. Okay. So let's add some dirt for them to dig up here. Alright. So now, we're going to need some pajama suits, right? So they've actually updated the graphics here, right? So now you just click on this. And the one guy goes and grabs a suit. And then I think he just wears it, right? Oh no, it just goes on the ground. Okay, so now you gotta choose him to wear it. And then you choose another, dispense another item, I guess. I think that I activated it, right? Okay, I did. He's like comparing what to wear. Oh, that's new animation. Looks kind of cool. Very cool. Travado. Clicks on that. And then we're going to dispense another item so that Joshua can help out. Okay. Now Joshua can participate in this. Alright, so then what we're going to need to do is we're going to set up a sleep schedule where they're all sleeping. No working. Maybe one day. Yeah, I guess we'll just do a small there. Right, and then we're gonna put them all on that. Okay, so it's Joshua, Travado, and then who else? Abe, right? Alright, so now they're on that sleep schedule. Holy shit, these guys are slow. Alright, so to get this story machine to work, that's how you got to get the dupes. Oh, hey, this is kind of cool too. This is new graphics. Very pretty, actually. So what's happening now is that they're gonna generate this thing called journals, dream journals, right? And we gotta feed this machine 25 dream journals to complete the task. This is gonna take a while. Let me see if I can spawn dream journals. No, I can't. They need to fix that. I'd like to be able to spawn dream journals. So speed up this testing. It might be worthwhile to actually get more dupes. Because the rate that they... Oh my god, yeah, the rates that they're generating these dream journals, it's not going to help me. So let me funnel these guys over here to the thing. And then what we'll do is we'll create another room for these guys. And then we're gonna go like this. And then we're gonna make sure they can't leave. And then we're gonna delete the beds up here. I don't need these beds here. And we're gonna add new beds for these guys down here. And we're going to get them to go this way. And then what else? We'll go like that for now. Alright, so new guys. Let's change our priorities here. Oops, shit. I need to, oh my god. Is there a delete? I think I delete this right here. There we go. Actually, if I delete all these schedules, they should just go down, right? Pretty sure they'll just go down. Yeah, they do. Okay, cool. Now, where are the other ones? I think... Yeah, let me get rid of this guy. He's not useful anymore. Okay. Alright, so we got 3 down here. Let's see here. 7. I have 7. Where's the other guy? It says I have 7 guys. Interesting. Yeah, it says I have 7 guys. Where's my other guy? Oh my goodness. Where's my other guy? It says I have 7 guys. I only count 3. What's his name? Ashkin, right? Who's missing a bit? Ashkin. Okay, here we go. Ren? Alright, they need to come down here. Alright, so now we're gonna get a couple more of these. The dream machines. Are people delivering the dream machines? Oh, they need to finish their dream. Alright, let's take a look at this auction level. Okay. Auction level is actually really bad. So what I need to do is... Let me just go like this. And then put in more oxygen down here. And then we're not let them leave. Oh no. Wow, these guys are so slow. I don't think the bathroom is that efficient. Alright, so here. We just need to get more guys to get us dream journals to be able to make this work. Wow, this machine, I don't know, is worth actually doing. Because last time I couldn't get it to work. It's supposedly give them like a boost in stats for a certain period of time. And it works across the galaxy or something, but that might not be true. I don't know. Alright, so we got now 2 dream journals. I wonder if dream journals appear in storage bins. Like databanks. No, it's not showing up as manufactured materials. Can I sweep these? Alright, let's go ahead and... Yeah, see, it's not even showing up on this. So it's not an item that I can sweep. Very odd. How about, this? Nope, not in this either. Yeah. Alright, so that doesn't work. Yeah, so it's not one of the... Dream journals can't go anywhere. So it only goes in here. Oh, and the other thing is this thing needs oxygen. I forgot about that. I need to pump oxygen into the dream journal. Or this machine here. So I guess we're gonna need to run a bike. Hang on, I need to probably... Actually, no. Probably need a battery of some sort here. Yeah, I disabled my debug mode because I think that was causing me not to get my achievement. Because I had I got the achievement last time for the beta hive thing, but it didn't give it to me for some reason. Yeah, see, now it's activating. Because it needed oxygen to run. Oh, it's kind of cool. The graphics is much better now. They added this and they added this. The animation is really nice. I really like this. Alright, so let me see here. What I'll do is remove all this. Cancel all that. Let the liquid just spill. That's one way to get rid of the mess. So I'm trying to collect the 25 dream journals to get this thing powered up to see what's going on. So what do we've got? We've already got the slugs demonstrated. So we got that knocked out of the way. It's kind of demonstrated this. Not really though, but because I don't have like a level 2 cook and I don't have all the ingredients. Well, I do, but I mean, I can generate them. I can generate the items I need, but it's the level 2 cook that I don't have. And then we also looked at the Critter Flux-O-Matic. So that's what, 2 things? 3 things? 4 things, right? So there's 4 things to this update. Let me look at the patch notes to see if there's anything else I'm missing here. I mean, there's miscellaneous like bug fixes and improvements. Let me look at this little thing here. What are the new things? I don't think they added anything new. Yeah, they updated it last week, and since then since the initial release, there was like what, 2 new updates. I think there was 2 new updates. Alright, yeah, so story trade mode, which is what we're going through, the Somnium Synthesizer, Somnium Synthesizer story trait critters, the Critter Flux-O-Matic story trait, that's number 2, the kitchen room type, that's 3, spice grinder, that's the 4, the smog slug, sponge slug, it's 5. And then all changes, improvements. Critters are now queued for ranching while another one is being groomed. Okay, that's new. Build menu shows room requirement information, such as industrial, machine, and recreational building. So build menu. So here, if I click on food, what's it say? It should say something about food requirement, right? I don't know if it... Am I reading this wrong? I don't know. This is like one of the things that they said that is changed, but this is a build menu right here. This is the build menu. Unless there's another build menu that I'm not aware of. Oh, interesting. When you click on this, it goes directly into the thing, right? Look at that. Spice grinder. This actually says room overlay. But why didn't this kick into the room overlay? It just kicked into the power overlay instead. Weird, huh? It should have gone into this. Okay. So let's say if I did this. Yeah, so that didn't do anything. Toilet and wash station. Toilet and wash station. Huh. Interesting. So it's kind of buggy. It's not fully... That patch note is not fully complete, or it's inaccurate. Because I'm clicking on certain things that's supposed to be like part of a... So now that actually... Well, no, that went to power. I'm clicking on this. It also went to power. So that is slightly inaccurate in the patch notes. I need to mention that, I guess. It's supposed to say, like, build menu shows room requirement information, such as industrial, machine, and recreational building. I don't know what the hell that is about. Sand sanitizer no longer requires bleach stone to build. Instead, it must be delivered after being built. I already mentioned that earlier. Clothing refashionator fabricates... fabrication errands now rely on the decoration errand type. I don't know what that means. Rely on the decoration errand type. Oh, okay, right, okay. So it requires decoration errand to do the clothing refashionator. Okay, that's interesting. Duplicate helmets are now visible in suit fabrication UI for recipes that produce equipment with helmets. Add a scroll bar to overlay UI, legend UI. Okay, we already... I guess that was the... that was this thingy over here. It actually has a scroll bar now. Before it didn't. And then make camera panning speed consistent regardless of frame rate. Added the ability to toggle spice food only in the refrigerator. Okay, I already showed you that. Database, they added a bunch of stuff into the database. Added a drops section for critter entries in the database. Critter description text now shows up the details panel. Select how now also shows up in the critter description text that shows up in the details panel on select now also shows up in the database. Okay, cool. Added a food effects entry database. Database entries for food now stores a food's effect, if any. Added the table salt entry to the database. Added story traits category to the database. Okay. And a bunch of stuff that's related to modding, which I don't care about. It is now possible to rename rockets by selecting their command module. Oh, yeah. That's an amazing new feature, right? Because before I was complaining about like how rockets had like random name generated, and I couldn't name the rockets to be like, you know, Radbolt rocket or something, or this is the drill cone rocket run or something, right? So if I wanted to like assign names to rockets for different tasks or purposes, I couldn't do that before. I had to like remember the name of the rocket. It's now possible to rename spaced out rockets. I guess because I was using the habitat modules for my power loop. If you watch that last VOD or the last stream I did, I was showing how I was able to create this cooling loop using the rocket module, right? That in itself created a new rocket name, and I guess I could go in there and rename that module now to say cooling loop module rocket, or not even rocket, but just say cooling loop box as the rocket name. So that's kind of cool. Okay, and then space out only. It is now possible to rename space out rockets. Yeah, all right, I already knew that by selecting their command module or selecting item in the star map while in flight. Okay. And then the Plug Slugs, which we already talked about today. They talked about... oh, wait, no. The change is Plug Slugs now have a refined metal diet in addition to metal ore. Now, that's actually useful because late game, when you're out of metal ore to feed Plug Slugs and you only have volcanoes, those volcanoes generally spits out refined metal. They don't actually spit out ores. So this change actually is very useful to feed Plug Slugs the refined metal from volcanoes. The only difference here is that you got to be careful of your refined metal laying around on the floor, right? If you're like, I guess, replacing refined metal from the conduit, I think it was the or conductive wires, right? So if you're replacing conductive wires, like say like you've got like a aluminum wire, you know, and then you want to switch it over to like let's say lead, or say, I guess, the copper wire. You don't want these laying around on the floor for the Plug Slugs to eat. And then, what else did they say? Plug Slugs become drowsy just before nighttime and start finding a place to sleep. Okay. Plug Slugs no longer drown. I mentioned that earlier. And then tuning changes. Happiness no longer affects power efficiency. Yeah, okay, so it was the happiness, it's not the hunger level. Simplified hunger levels and increase their efficiency, so they produce full power when more than 50% full. Okay, so there's only 2 stages of hunger level. There's full, or above 50%, or less than 50%. So that's kind of nice. It's a very simplified, I guess, power output. When tamed, their minimum power output is 40 watts. The same as when wild. When tamed, their minimum power is the same as... oh, okay. Okay. That's not bad. Change names of custom difficulty settings in radiation. Change names of custom difficulty settings for radiation. Okay, so the radiation has a different difficulty setting. Okay, that's fine. Remove, enable, disable DLC beta toggles from the game options menu. DLC toggling controls continues to be available in the main menu. Okay, yeah. And then they did a bunch of fixes. It's pretty long fixes, actually. I don't want to read through all this. I'll skim over this to see if there's anything noteworthy to mention. Fix issues where Dragon was properly disabled through autosaving. Fix multiple meter showers. Stuck packets and thermal regulators. Disabled unused element. No, outhouse is not... oh, yeah, okay, this is notable, right? So I used to complain about how the outhouse would not show the number of visits remaining when you load the game. So if it says fix outhouse is not showing visits remaining on load games. Because before, these things used to always say, like, you know, X number of visits left, right? Now they don't do that anymore. Sorry, now they actually will always show the number of visits left. So that was a long time coming, right? I'm glad they fixed that bug. Fixed issues where bottles drop from the canister filled using empty storage bin. Okay, yeah. Fixed crashes during monument victory sequence if monuments or printing pods are missing. Okay. What else? Memory. Okay, so they did fix some memory leaks. Point of interest building activation. Side screens now hides after the building has been activated. Some transit tube animations, bunker doors, security doors are now displayed with the correct title instead of missing string. Okay. Minor GPU performance improved in the MRT draws. Okay, I don't know what the hell that is. Fixed thermal dynamics near edges of asteroids. This fixes volcanoes' freezing elements. Fix artifacts being destroyed when landing on some planets. Gas grass plants are no longer eligible for exuberant mutation. Oh, they changed that. Okay. Fish feeders can toggle allow/forbid mutant seeds. Mutant seeds. Okay. All right, so this is now running. Boom. We got our 25 dreams. So the story now says, meet the initial quote Meeting the initial quota of dream content analysis has triggered a surge of electromagnetic activity that appears to be enhancing performance for duplicates everywhere. If my duplicates can keep this building fueled with dream journals, oh, okay. Perhaps we will continue to reap this benefit. So that, I think that's new text. A small side compartment has also popped open, revealing an unfamiliar object. That's the souvenir I was talking about. A keepsake, perhaps. Yeah, see. So unlock maximum aptitude mode. Boom. Oh, look at that. New animation. Ah, so this was... Okay. This is new. Like, this did not show up for us last time. So now we actually get this bonus. I wonder how long that lasts. It doesn't actually have a countdown. This duplicate is smarter and stronger than usual, thanks to the Somnium Synthesizer. Okay, well, that is cool. And then we get minus stress reduction. Wow, minus 25% per cycle. Wow. I wonder how long this lasts. Look at all those boosts that we got. Athletics and strength, that's a huge plus. Science is good because they'll level up faster. That's for research. Piloting, okay, so they'll move around space faster. And machine operating. That's nice, okay. Are they all the same, or are they just different? Yeah, they're the same. Yeah, they're definitely the same. Oh, even the guys that weren't wearing suits also get the boost. Okay, all dupes get the boost. That's cool. Okay, that's new. That did not work last time for us at all. I wonder how long this lasts. Oh, analyzing dreams. There's a countdown. Yeah, there's a countdown. That's how long it lasts. What is that? 1440. I forgot. I think a regular cycle has 400 or 300. Let me check here with the clock. We have a clock that I could probably switch and toggle here at time sensors. Alright, so let's say mode is cycles, right? So let's go with 1 full cycle and reduce this, right? 1 second. Okay, so now we're going to switch over to the seconds. Okay, so 1 cycle is 600 seconds. And if this dream machine started off at, I'm guessing it started off at 1500. Right, probably around 1500. That's my guess, I don't know. So 1500 divided by 600 is 2.5. So this will last about 2.5 cycles. So you get like a huge boost for 2.5 cycles. That's my guess. There's no database entry. But why? They said there's a category for these story traits. Oh, it works here, but for some reason, like clicking on this doesn't link to this. Interesting. It doesn't have a thing unless I'm supposed to activate something. Alright, so this is the keepsake. This is the decoration item. So I was talking about the souvenir. Now I wonder how many is required to maintain this, because 25 is a lot. And wearing pajamas is not efficient, because if you notice, like the dupes that wears pajamas, they get like a reduction in speed and stamina. but you can produce dream journals. So I'm thinking maybe if you want to get this powered all the time, you want to... Wait, did it stop? Did everyone stop getting it? Oh, it stopped. Oh. Oh. It stopped getting the buff if this machine does not have enough oxygen. Yeah, it stops. So now the dream machine's working. Now they're getting their buffs. Okay. So we definitely need to maintain this machine. And it looks like it got reset. Because wasn't it at 1440 earlier? Or it's increasing now? No, it's decreasing. Yeah, it's interesting. Interesting. I wonder if that's another way to... Oh, I know why it went up. I know why. Because they actually supplied it new dream journals. They supplied new dream journals, so that's why it increases. Yeah, see? It increases. So this number actually... It's basically, so long as you continuously supply it with a dream journal. So it's based off of this number here. One book, I don't know what the ratio is. 22 equals to 13. I'd have to do the math between this ratio and this ratio. Let's see here. Can I get a solar panel running through this? So they don't have to constantly run this thing? I don't have the debug mode, so it's I don't get that developer enabled. There's the developer tool for the power. I had it last time, I just disabled it. So and then we get some of these running there. Oh, it needs more oxygen. Let me just fill this whole thing up. Alright, so now, let's take a look at this again. I don't see a correlation between that and that. Let me see here. Let me do the math. Let's see here. It's currently at 1365 divided by 2275, but that doesn't seem right. It's actually 60 seconds. So one book is 60 seconds? I don't know if that's right or not. We'll look at it again after it changes. Alright, so let's look at it again. Okay. So now we're at 1332 divided by 22.2. It is 60 seconds. Okay, so one book is equivalent to 60 seconds, and 600 seconds is one cycle. So I need 10 books to maintain one cycle. That means 10 dupes needs to be dreaming to get this continuously running. So this machine requires 10 dreaming dupes, and it actually might be 20 because they don't complete a book in one cycle. Maybe they do, I don't know. No, yeah, they don't. So that means, like, oh my god, that machine is not going to always be running. I think you need like 20 dupes wearing pajamas to maintain this. Or you allocate maybe 5 dupes that's on a sleep schedule, like a sleep forever schedule, to keep this machine running. Yeah, see, they don't produce one in one regular sleep cycle. So that means that if you want this machine to run to give you that minus 25 stress, this little minus negative 25% stress, I think you're gonna need to set up like a room where all the dupes are doing is just sleep, right? You feed them, you get them to sleep, and I don't know what the magic number is. I'm thinking maybe like 10 or 5 to 10, maybe 5. I'm thinking it might be around the 5 ballpark. Have 5 dupes assigned to just sleeping only, right? Minimal task to generate the journals that you need, because you need 10 journals to keep this 100% uptime. Yeah, it seems like it's 10 journals to maintain 100% uptime on this. And also you gotta feed it oxygen too. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it also has to have 100% uptime on the oxygen. Oh, and the reason why it's choking every now and then is because I actually fed the wrong gas into the thing. Yeah, see how every time it just jiggles? That's because I gave it the wrong gas. It should choke right here. Yeah, see? So whenever you give it the wrong gas, you gotta, so this also has a filter. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Very interesting. So now we know how this actual dream machine works. The last time we couldn't get that to work correctly for us, or test it correctly. Alright, so I'm going to use the bathroom here. This is a good stopping point for this. Let me feed them more food here. And then, let me see here. I'm going to do a sleep forever schedule right now for this. And then we'll put a couple of these guys on there. I'm guessing wait, hang on. He has to be wearing the clothes. He's not wearing the clothes. Let's move him out. Can I replace him? Josh, right? I think it's Joshua, right? Joshua has the clothes, or no? Yeah, Joshua has the clothes. Bert has the clothes. Travado. Abe. Okay, those are the ones that have the clothes. The other 2 do not, and one guy died. So there's 4 guys on this right now, infinite schedule. Let me go ahead and get another guy on this. I think it's 5, right? Oh, he just... Oh my goodness. Yeah, because this number is actually decreasing. Alright, I'm going to use a bathroom here. This is a good break for me. Alright, I'm back. Let's take this away. And, dispense item? Why did it not... Did it... I don't... Did it dispense an item? Let me remove this, too, because I don't want this floor. I just want the mesh tile floor. So that way we can just collect the pea water down there. And this guy right here died. True Bowen, just to let you know, I clicked on your stream and it made me watch a 8 out of 8 ads. Kind of cancer, but hope you're having a good day. Man, keep up the good work. Thank you, appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know why you're getting 8 ads. It should have just given you like, I think maybe like 5 or 4 ads. I don't know why. That's interesting. It's good to know. Like, I have no control over what Amazon feeds you. But subs, I do have control disabling ads for subs. The only thing I have enabled right now is it puts in a 1 minute ad, or 1.5 minute ad every hour, because that's the new standard default that they recommend. But yeah, thanks for the message there. Okay, I'm trying to get more suits, but they're not dispensing the suits anymore. Oh, there we go, finally. Alright, so we want to give this one to Harold. For some reason, the dead guy still is on the assignment list. This is another bug that never got fixed. We want Harold on that one. Let me get rid of this dead guy here. Boom. Now, is he on this list? Alright, so we're going to switch Harold onto the sleep schedule here. And Ren is the only one that should be working. I'm trying to figure out what the requirement is to get this to be 100% uptime. I'm going to fill this up here with a shit ton of oxygen. There. So now that should be a continuous oxygen flow. Now the trick is to figure out what the math is to get this machine running all the time. How many dupes does it take to keep this machine going? And the thing is, the dupes are actually on this continuous sleep schedule. Oh, I guess I'll fill in the oxygen here. They're probably going to get popped eardrums, but whatever. Don't care. Oh, it's getting really cold in here, isn't it? It's probably because the... yeah. It just iced up, too. Polluted ice, iced up. It's probably the polluted water bottles icing up. Yes, the polluted water bottles are icing up. That's a nice way to get rid of them. Okay, this machine is about to shut down because it's missing a dream journal. Okay, they're just delivering out a few of them. Okay, so let's find out. The machines are starting to shut down soon. Yeah, I think it's about 6 dupes. I don't know. Yeah, it's probably gonna be about 6 dupes to keep that running. I don't know. It's between 5 or 6. I think it's 5 or 6 to maintain 100% uptime on the dream journals. It might be 5. I don't know. We'll see, because Travado is about to give us a journal, And so is Abe. And Ren has nothing to do. He's waiting for the journal to deliver. Okay, Travado is going to kick in. We're going to get a journal from Travado right before that dream machine stops. Done. Okay, there we go. And then Abe will give us something, and then Harold will give us something. I just have to get like a stopwatch or something to figure out how long it's going to be for Abe to get, or Travado to get us a new one. Okay, so Harold's going to give us a new one. And then Josh. Then Bert, and then back to Travado. So it might be actually be 5 dupes. Okay, Josh and Bert just got us something. Ren, oh yeah, Ren doesn't need to be on that. Oh my god. Ren doesn't need to be on that. Okay, that's normal sleep schedule, or normal time is at the top. The dream machine's starting to shut down. Yeah, it is starting to shut down. Well, it would have been a full... It would have been fine, actually, if one of them had delivered it. I think it would have been fine if I had, like, another dupe deliver it. Let's find out here. It's very slow, too. I think about 5 dupes sleeping all the time would probably get the machine running full time. Wait, how do I need to activate it again? It stopped working. Why did it stop working? Oh my god, it stopped working. Oh, you gotta continuously feed it before it stops. How do I get this running again? I've got 2 journals in there. It should have already been like, what, 120 seconds. Unless it needs another full 25. I think once it stops, then it's over. I think that's the end. Shit. How do I get this running again? I think it needs a full 25 now to get this running again. Unless you continuously feed it. If you continuously feed it, then it'll keep going. Alright, so that's how... Okay, so... Alright. So the way this machine works is that once it activates at 25... Once it gets at the initial 25, it will start counting down. For every journal that you feed it, it will give you an extra 60 seconds added onto its countdown. Added back onto its countdown. If it ever drops to 0, then I think you need to fully load it up again with 25 for it to run. So you don't want... You gotta basically feed it journals constantly. And not let it ever fall below 0. Once it falls below 0, I'm pretty sure you need 25 again to get things going again. I think that's how it works. Because it's now not running any. It stopped running, and we're just piling up on dream journals. And I don't know how to reactivate this. There's no button. There's no like power switch or anything. You can just demolish the machine. That kind of sucks if you do. Oh, you can deconstruct the dispenser too. There's no way to rebuild the dispenser. Man, they gotta have some sort of backup plan to restore this machine. Alright, let's find out if 25 restarts the machine or not. If it doesn't, then yeah, I think you're screwed once you let it power down. And 25 journals times 60 is, yeah, 1500. Yeah, yep. So I was right. So that's 2.5 cycles. So I need to produce basically 25 journals in 2.5 cycles. So let me see here. 25 divided by 2.5. That means I need 10 journals in 1 cycle. Right? 10 journals per cycle. So the question is, can I get 10 journals in 1 cycle? So I need to watch this guy. Okay, so let's say Travado, and see how long it takes for him to get us a journal. I'll wait until the next reset, basically. Okay, so we got 1 journal, and it would cycle it was towards the 4th quarter of the cycle 26. So theoretically, 5 dupes should keep this continuously running. Maybe 4 even. Yeah, maybe 4. Yeah, I think 4 maybe could work. It's possibly 3. Possibly 3. I'd say probably 4 is a good number. Because the general idea is I need to get 10... Well, assuming that I can get this running again at 25. Alright, so we're going to start up a cycle 27. And we need 10 dream journals at least. Starting now. Right, they just filled it up with 2. That doesn't count, right? So we'll not count these 2 that got added. Right, okay, so starting now, can we generate 10 dream journals? I guess I could count that too, because that might have been the tail end of something. Alright, so now they're going to start sleeping, right? No, they're eating. Oh, come on. I could probably tweak this schedule too a little bit, right? Because that's a lot of extra downtime. Alright, so starting now, can we get 10 dream journals? Abe just got us 1. I'm watching Abe right now. Let's see if he can get us a second one before the before he wakes up. Okay, so all right. So I'm thinking probably 4 to 5 dupes is needed to get us the journals that we need. Yeah, alright, looks like it's gonna be 5. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be 5. Because we started off around, like, what, 15? Need 4 more. Yeah, so I'd say about 5 dupes is needed on a very long sleep schedule to get us roughly the 10 journals per cycle. Yeah, it's looking like Abe's only getting us 2 per cycle, or 2, yeah, 2 per cycle. Okay, that's the cycle. Yeah, it's gonna need. It's definitely going to. That's Travado and Abe's second book. And then Harold's getting us a new book right here. Three. Oh, he almost got us a book. Jesus. Almost. Alright, did the machine start up? I don't think the machine started up. Let me see if I can change the schedule. No. It's fine. We'll wait a little bit. So the magic number right now we're looking at is 25 to see if this machine restarts. If it doesn't, then I don't know what restarts the machine. I think it's like if you let it die, it'll stop. It'll stop working. Alright, Harold. Give us a book. Ren, go pick it up. Ren, go pick it up. Oh, come on, Ren. You're on a break? No, where's Ren? Why is he not picking up the book? Unless it's full. Oh man, I guess I can't recharge the machine after it stops working. Yeah, it's done. It's not gonna... Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, that answers that question. To keep this machine running, once you activate it, or once you complete the 25 out of 25, you gotta continuously feed it dream journals. Once it hits the clock countdown gets to 0, it will completely stop. And they can't feed it anymore. I wonder if I can just enable disable. Oh! How about that? Enable disable works. Interesting. Alright, to get that running again, all you gotta do is hit the enable disable button. Yeah, you just gotta do the enable disable button. I don't think he'll feed more than... It only takes a maximum capacity of 25. Okay. So we do know that we can activate it manually. Enable disable button. I don't know if it can store past 25 though. Well, okay, it does not store past 24 when it's disabled, because they weren't delivering anything. Yeah, so once it's under 24, it actually starts delivering it. So the Dream Machine can never be more than 25 journals. As soon as, okay, yeah, it's cannot be 25 or more. This is what I'm noticing here. But you can enable and disable it. Oh, man, let's find out. Or at least, I mean, it looks like it's still running, right? Oh, it's still running because there's... Yeah, okay. So you can pause it by enabling and disabling. It won't actually consume the journals. Okay, this is actually interesting. Alright, so now we know to maintain this machine, you basically need 5 dupes that's on a sleep schedule. Because we're actually now maintaining this at 100% up. Excuse me, at 100% uptime. Yeah, so 5 dupes on a sleep schedule like this can maintain this machine on an uptime. Wow, that's a lot of dupes, but the bonus is actually amazing, because if you look at this bonus right here, negative 25% stress reduction. So if you're playing on... Oh, somebody died. Oh, because he's hungry. Oh, no. Oh, we lost a guy. But yeah, okay. Hang on me. It's a negative 25% morning. Well, they're depressed because somebody died. But that can definitely offset the popped eardrums. Negative 25%. That's amazing. So high morale, negative, and then the sleep machine, that can offset sloppy wetness and popped eardrums. Those are the usual 2 things that causes your dupes to get really stressed out. The popped eardrums mainly. Wow, I can't believe this is actually really good. This machine is very powerful. Because if you keep this running all the time, and it works across the entire space and time, your dupes out in space gets like a negative 25%, a negative 25% stress reduction. I guess a rocket can just be overpressured and it'll be okay. Right, you can still get that overpressurized rocket, and then you'll still be okay. Interesting. Okay. I can see this being pretty good. I like this. I'm thinking here. This gives me ideas on how I can construct my rocket next. Alright, well this is a good stopping point here for me on this. We'll save this here. Test Camp 3. And then I will switch now to the Mana Lord. So I'm going to export this to YouTube this time. I forgot to do that last time. Alright, so don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube.